Hold on to your seats because what just went down backstage at the latest Real Love? Real Live's reunion is absolutely insane. Imagine this. The cameras were rolling, the audience gasping, social media exploding, and in the middle of it, all Jim Jones. Yes, the Harlem legend himself just froze, motionless, silent. Could he even process what he was witnessing? Chrissy, the queen of drama we thought we knew, dropped a bombshell that nobody, and I mean nobody, saw coming. She revealed she'd secretly been married all along. And this wasn't just a little Instagram flex. This was prime time television. Live, for the world to gasp, tweet, and meme in real time. How did Jim not lose it? Or did he? What really went down when the cameras weren't looking? Sources say chaos, accusations, tears, and truths that producers prayed would never see the light of day. But here's the kicker. The hidden cameras were still rolling. That's right. The messy, unfiltered, explosive showdown behind the curtain is about to be dissected, analyzed, and exposed. So who's shocked? Who's devastated? And who's secretly plotting revenge after this betrayal? Buckle up, because today, we're diving into the full Backstage nightmare. And trust me, you won't believe a single moment of what Jim Jones did next. All right? Let's set the stage because this is about to get messy, juicy, and downright scandalous. Chrissy, the one who's been playing the reality TV game like a pro for over a decade, dropped a bombshell that left the entire cast, the crew, and apparently the entire internet in total disbelief. But the real star here? Jim Jones, the man whose name alone carries street cred, drama, and a decade-long history of epic meltdowns. And if you think you know Jim, think again. Because what unfolded backstage wasn't just another reality TV feud, was an emotional Armageddon. Let's rewind a bit. For years, Jim and Chrissy had been the poster couple for tension, drama, and missed opportunities. We all remember the infamous 2011 proposal debacle. The missed family gatherings, the passive-aggressive Instagram posts that left fans picking sides. They had the kind of relationship that could fuel 10 seasons of Real Love, Real Lives, and yet somehow, the world kept watching, clicking, and retweeting every tiny mishap. Chrissy, always the strategist, knew exactly how to work the cameras. Jim, on the other hand, Kay's the strong, silent typeur. At least, that's what we all assumed. But this time, the gloves were off. The whispers backstage hinted that Chrissy had been quietly tying up her personal life, and suddenly, the world got front row seats to a bombshell. She was already married, and not just to anyone, someone outside the drama, someone calm. Someone who actually treated her like an adult human being, not a reality TV prop. Now, imagine Jim Jones' face in that moment. Frozen, eyes wide, the kind of silence that makes a stadium feel empty. And here's the kicker the producers knew. Oh yes, they orchestrated this moment like a chess master, making sure the cameras captured every gasp, every twitch, every micro expression that screamed, "I cannot believe this is happening right now." Sources anonymous, of course, because who wants to be on the wrong side of reality TV royalty? Are spilling the tea that Jim had no idea Chrissy's wedding even existed? He was expecting a normal reunion, maybe a little tension, some passive-aggressive zingers, and a few viral memes. But instead, he walked into what one insider described as the emotional equivalent of being hit by a moving bus full of betrayal and champagne. And let's be real, backstage chaos was inevitable. Production assistants were running around, stylists froze mid-hairspray, and Chrissy, calm, collected, armed with a wedding ring that apparently shattered more than one egotistical bubble. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Behind the main cameras, a hidden feed was still rolling. A crew member, let's call him Reggie, was capturing every unfiltered, uncensored moment of Jim's response. Tears, shouting, accusations flying like darts in a pub brawl. And we haven't even mentioned the social media storm that erupted within minutes. Hashtags, memes, and Twitter accounts lighting up like the 4th of July. Fans immediately split into two camps: Team Chrissy celebrating her liberation, and Team Jim Jones, mourning what they call the silent heartbreak of Harlem. But just when you think that chaos reached its peak, that's when things took a turn nobody could predict. Jim Jones, silent and still, made his move on. It wasn't toward the cameras, the audience, or even Chrissy initially. No, he went somewhere else. Somewhere personal. Somewhere that would change the game completely. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty, 'cause this is where the story jumps off the rails in the most chaotic, jaw-dropping way possible. So, Jim Jones, still visibly shaken, didn't make a move toward the cameras. He stormed straight backstage, bypassing security like he had a VIP pass to destiny itself. And there she was, Chrissy mid-makeup, one heel off, mirror in hand, blissfully unaware that her secret was about to explode into full-on theatrical chaos. Reggie, our unsung hero behind the hidden camera, caught every second the yelling, the accusations, the tears that weren't meant to be televised. And, oh boy, it got messy. You knew this was over. Chrissy shouted. "Yes, but I'm married," Jim replied, his voice low but trembling. Bam! Every person within a 50-foot radius froze mid-breath. The tension was so thick you could have cut it with a chain. And the irony. The producers were panicking frantically, trying to cut away, but the feed was rolling. Every single word, every emotional micro-expression, every silent pause was all documented. Let's talk numbers, because the public reaction was nuclear. Within minutes of the leaked clip hitting, social media, Twitter exploded with over 500,000 tweets. Hashtags like hashtag Team Jim Jones, Team Chrissy, and Backstage Bombshell were trending worldwide. Memes, reaction videos, and fan edits popped up faster than you could say reunion meltdown. One anonymous source even claimed that Chrissy's Instagram DMs were receiving thousands of messages per minute from fans, haters, and every influencer in between. Now, here's the kicker. Our inside sources, let's call them deep divers in the entertainment trenches, hint that this wasn't just about heartbreak or betrayal. Oh no, it's far juicier. Allegedly, Jim had been secretly preparing a grand gesture for Chrissy during the reunion, ring in hand ready to propose again, but Chrissy, she beat him to the punch, publicly announcing a marriage no one knew existed. That's right, plans meticulously orchestrated by years of reality TV tension were sabotaged in the most cinematic way possible. Drama, check. Betrayal, check. Viral content, triple check. Social media didn't hold back. One viral TikTok stitched the backstage confrontation with Chrissy's wedding reveal. Captioned, "He lost more than just a girlfriend, he lost his primetime moment." Meanwhile, blogs and online outlets published faux investigative reports claiming lavish gifts, missed anniversaries, and emotional negligence were all part of a pattern. And let's not forget the commentary from Mama Jones, who dropped a public video saying, "I adore Chrissy, always have, always will. But don't pull stunts on my son like that." Cue the internet meltdown, and the drama didn't stop there. Rumors flew about financial fallout, missed career opportunities, and even a potential reality TV blacklist for mishandling this epic saga. Fans speculated endlessly. Would Jim release a diss track? Would Chrissy leak more secrets? Would producers face backlash for deliberately manipulating both sides? Every angle was dissected, analyzed, and memed to death. And just like that, the chaos didn't simmer, erupted. Jim Jones, the silent storm of Harlem, retreated to his trailer, chains off, hoodie down, staring at the floor like a man questioning every life choice that brought him to this moment. Meanwhile, Chrissy was already moving on with Marcus, her new husband, leaving Jamond, fans reeling, social media. Absolutely catastrophic. Within minutes, every corner of Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok was ablaze with clips, commentary, and fan theories. Some celebrated Chrissy's liberation, while others mourned Jim's apparent emotional collapse. Team Chrissy versus Team Jim Jones was trending, and for a solid 48 hours, the internet collectively lost its mind. Inside the industry, whispers of consequences started flying. Anonymous sources claimed producers were scrambling to manage the PR nightmare. Some suggested executive resignations. Others hinted at internal probes into how the reunion footage was handled. The leak was being labeled a masterclass in viral manipulation, but at what cost? Rumors circulated that advertisers were concerned, sponsors were reconsidering contracts, and reality TV pundits were dissecting every angle with a microscope. It wasn't just drama, it was a full-blown entertainment crisis. Jim Jones. Reports surfaced that he checked into a private emotional wellness retreat. No phones, no press, just raw therapy and self-reflection. Meanwhile, Chrissy basked in quiet. Peace with Marcus. Photos emerging of the two of them enjoying low-key dinners, scenic train rides, and lakeside cabins far from cameras, paparazzi, or drama, and the world ate it up. Fans marveled at her ability to finally choose herself. Not the spotlight, not the clout, not the reality TV chaos. She left the Jim Jones era behind like a completed chapter, and the public had a front row seat to every heartbreak. Every sigh and every tear, and every tear. Of course, this didn't end quietly. Jim eventually dropped a surprise freestyle on SoundCloud, haunting listeners with raw lines like, "She took my loyalty, flipped it to silence. I gave her time, I gave her violence." Fans dissected every lyric, uploading reaction videos, theory threads, and emotional breakdown compilations. The internet was consumed with speculation. Was it revenge? Catharsis? Closure? Or just a really expensive social media moment? And let's be real, the ambiguity only made it go viral faster in the end. The story wasn't just about a breakup, it was about decades of missed opportunities, emotional debt, and finally, liberation. Chrissy got her peace. Jim got his silence. Producers got the ultimate viral content. Fans got hours of memes and commentary. And somewhere in Harlem, the man who once ruled the reunion stage quietly reflected, while the woman who finally claimed her own narrative walked away under a glowing sun. Wedding ring shining, not looking back. So what do you think? Did Jim seal his own fate by freezing when it mattered most? Or did Chrissy make a mistake keeping everyone, including Jim, in suspense for so long? Was this a betrayal, a masterclass in emotional strategy, or just plain reality TV genius? Comment below because the debate is far from over. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the scandalous, the outrageous, and the downright unbelievable moments the mainstream media won't touch. The cameras are rolling, the drama never ends, and we'll be here, exposing every messy, shocking, and viral detail one scandal at a time. This story is far from over, so whose side are you really on? Jim's heartbreak or Chrissy's freedom? Drop your thoughts in the comments because I'm reading every single one. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more explosive truths the mainstream won't dare to uncover.